For the first time since Beijing's declaration, the China Coast Guard broadcasts radio challenges to assert its unilateral nature reserve claim in Scarborough Shoal, targeting Filipino fishermen there. The Philippine Coast Guard says it documented such radio challenges while conducting humanitarian missions for fishermen in Scarborough Shoal. PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariela, says China's radio challenge claimed that Philippine fishing boats could damage their so-called environmental reserve. In response, Tariela says the PCG asserted that Scarborough Shoal is an integral part of the Philippine archipelago. He says the PCG also stressed that only the Philippine government holds the authority to designate environmental protection areas in those waters. According to Tariela, PCG and Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources ships also encountered dangerous maneuvers and blocking actions during the mission. He also notes the presence of 11 China Coast Guard ships, 11 Chinese Maritime Militia vessels, 1 People's Liberation Army Navy helicopter, and 3 People's Liberation Army Navy vessels. The PCG says the Chinese flotilla tried to delay the humanitarian operations of PCG's BRP Teresa Magbanua and BRP Cape San Agustin, as well as the MV Mamalakaya and 6 BFAR patrol boats. Despite this, PCG says they managed to send aid to 50 fishing boats in Scarborough Shoal. In September, China announced its plan to establish a so-called National Nature Reserve at Scarborough Shoal, which Manila immediately rejected. Since its effective takeover in 2012, China has enforced what experts call exclusion zone enforcement around Scarborough. This is despite the 2016 arbitral award declaring the area a traditional fishing ground for the Philippines, China, and Vietnam. Former House Speaker Martin Romualdez says he is committed to sharing all information he knows with the Independent Commission on Infrastructure to help in its investigation into corruption in infrastructure projects. In a chance interview on Tuesday, October 14, Romualdez says he is ready to speed up the probe by sharing his personal knowledge on the budget process.
I am ready to give my personal knowledge on the budget process.
Okay.
And while not a member of the bicameral conference committee, I will share any and all information to help determine the truth and to give all the facts and information. I will be here to help in any way to speed up the resolution of the fact-finding and investigation for the ICI.
Romualdez attended the ICI hearing on Tuesday at the Commission's headquarters in Taguig City. The body subpoenaed Romualdez to discuss his familiarity and personal knowledge as former House Speaker regarding national budget insertions and Department of Public Works and Highways flood control projects. The ICI is currently conducting a series of hearings investigating the alleged anomalous flood control projects. Testimonies during congressional hearings tagged several lawmakers into a scheme wherein they allegedly received kickbacks from government infrastructure projects. This includes Romualdez, who has denied receiving money from infrastructure projects. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council reports over 845,000 people were affected by the doublet quake of Davao Oriental. In its update on Tuesday morning, October 14, the NDRRMC says the affected population includes around 200,000 families. Of the total, around 12,000 individuals were assisted in 8 evacuation centers and over 100 outside the centers. The death toll remains at 8, pending validation, while reported injuries total 403, with 23 confirmed cases. The agency also reports around 2,500 damaged houses, including over 300 that were destroyed. Damage to infrastructure is estimated at 100 million pesos, covering over 200 affected structures. PHIVOLCS earlier said the back-to-back 7.4 and 6.8 magnitude quakes that struck Davao Oriental on October 10 are classified as a doublet earthquake. It refers to distinct earthquakes occurring in nearly the same area with 2 or more main shocks differing slightly in magnitude.